Welcome to Go Global with Google's Market Finder. My name is Yong Tran, and I am the Programs Associate of the National Asian Pacific Islander American Chamber of Commerce and Entrepreneurship, also known as National ACE. These workshops are designed to teach you how to take advantage of all the free resources Google has to offer and to take your business to the next level. These workshops are intended for entrepreneurs, business owners, and startups. This is actually our last Grow with Google webinar of the year, but don't be too worried. We'll be starting up another Grow with Google Technical Assistant program next year, so look forward to that. Today's workshop, you'll learn about Market Finder, Google's free tool to identify new potential markets, discover helpful operational information, and start selling to customers at home and around the world. Let's get started. In today's workshop, let's discuss the benefits of exporting, how Google Market Finder works, including how it can help you explore markets. And when I say markets, I mean different markets in different countries, plan operations, and advertise your business for a global audience. Then we'll recap and then add some and have some additional resources at the end as usual. Now, today's webinar is a little lengthy and a lot of information, so definitely write some notes if you need to. But let's start with why export. Today, nearly 5 billion people are online around the globe. The opportunities to find and engage new customers are limitless. Customers aren't very concerned where your business is based as long as they're happy with the product and service they received. For example, in one study, 96% of people did not know that Booking.com is actually from the Netherlands. Of those people, 90% say that that fact would not affect whether or not they use that service again. So with online business, you naturally have the ability to expand globally, and it's quicker and easier than ever. To simply put it, exporting can straighten your business. Exploring new markets put you in a position to attract new customers, which can lead to business growth and more revenue. In addition, small business exports contribute significantly to the U.S. economy. According to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Technology Engagement Center, exports generate $541 billion in output in 2017 and supported more than 6 million jobs. According to the U.S. Small Business Administration, 96% of customers live outside of the U.S. And so if you're just selling in the U.S., you're just selling to 4% of people in the world. Think about the potential growth you can have if you expand to just even a few markets globally. Global markets open up access to resources such as a new base of customers or advantages over your domestic competitors. You may also get access to a multinational talent pool and government incentives for businesses investing in certain countries. And the good thing for you is that it no longer takes years for a business to go global either. If you're a small company in an unusual sector, don't be put off. 2 out of 5 companies with fewer than 10 employees are already doing business in at least one high growth market. Companies like Spotify, Netflix, Uber, Airbnb, and Tinder all took the first steps that you can start to take. Selling overseas can help your business in a variety of ways, including increasing your profits and competitiveness, and spark innovation. Selling globally can boost your business profile, home and abroad. And as you expand to new markets, you create a larger commercial footprint. So as we're going through this webinar, here are a couple questions to consider. Would your business benefit from exporting? What products and services could you offer? And what questions you might have? If you have any concerns you need to address before you get started with the online market, definitely write those questions down and ask them at the very end if you have any questions for me. And so what is Google Market Finder? You probably have a lot of questions about selling globally, and I'm here to answer them. Google offers a free tool called Market Finder that can help answer many of those questions, even if you don't have me to help you with that. But let's talk about how to use Market Finder. Oh, before we get into that, nope, never mind, jumping right into this. So Market Finder takes the info from your website and it digs through your websites and recommends you the countries that have the highest potential customers for you. You get those countries, and then you also get insights into recommended markets, which can help you which can help you create a marketing strategy to reach those customers in your targeted location. The tool also offers advice on operations, such as taking payments in the new market, shipping, customs, licenses, and legal considerations. Again, this is, well, not again, but wanting to highlight, this is a lot of good advice and materials you can get from Market Finder. And it's 100% free. It tells you about the market. It tells you about rules and regulations, any licenses you need, any legal considerations, shippings and customs, etc., that can be a checklist for when you decide to go globally. So we'll actually watch a short video, and I'll share the video now. Let me know if you have any issues listening to it.
Google's free Market Finder tool can help you find global markets to export your products to. Market Finder uses Google's unique data insights to help businesses make informed decisions about international growth in a matter of seconds. John has founded a juice store. Market Finder can help John to discover potential export markets, develop a marketing strategy, and understand the operations of every step. John gets started by entering his website URL. Market Finder scans the website and identifies relevant categories for John's markets based on the products that he can export. Combining the product categories with Google's unique data insights and search volume metrics, Market Finder selects the 3 markets with the highest export potential for John's business. John creates and completes his profile, selecting and confirming the key export markets in order to delve deeper into the metrics and logistics of each one. John explores the market insights to discover key information about each market, such as the country, economic, and online profile. Using Market Finder, John can easily compare each potential market to his current one. The insights can show how much people earn on average and the number of monthly searches for juices, as well as the ease of doing business in that market and the logistics of exporting. This information allows John to benchmark each market against his existing one and plan his market export strategy. John has analysed the potential new markets for juice beers and now wants to plan his operations. John uses Market Finder to understand which payment method is best for the German market and search for a payment provider that can help him export to this market. After setting up his operations, John wants to discover how to reach the right audience in Germany. He uses Market Finder to create an international marketing strategy to support his advertising and measure his success abroad. Guides, articles, and case studies tailored to his business objectives are at his disposal, and John can learn about popular keywords with data sourced from Google Trends. Just one of the useful tools and services available to him. With the help of Market Finder, John can create great campaigns for his new market. In response to COVID-19, we made a global COVID-19 hub to help businesses like John's optimize their performance. This hub has various resources, including consumer and demand insights, operations best practices, daily updated market trade measures from International Trade Center market analysis tools, and more. All the information that John needs to export successfully is now in one place. Google Market Finder. No matter what you sell or where you sell it, find new customers abroad and take your business further. Get started today.
What a great video. And that was a lot of information that was shown in that video. So I will actually break that video down a little slower if you didn't catch all that information. And so I'll also use an example, Strider Sports. Strider Sports is an example of a business that used global exporting as a pathway for growth. What they sell is pedalless balance bikes that even very young toddlers can use. In 2007, they launched the Strider Sports International. 2 years later, this company started exporting products to Japan. Today, Japan is Strider's largest international market. Strider used Google tools such as Google Analytics, Ads, and YouTube as part of their global expansion strategy. Google Ads actually drives nearly 30% of the company's online traffic, and its YouTube videos generate over 10 million views. Ryan, the owner and founder, said, "The beauty of the internet is that even from the most remote locations, you can still be connected to the whole world." Once you decided to export, there are 3 major steps. First, you have to determine where's the best market for your business. And so Google actually done a business survey and found that 70% of small and medium-sized enterprises say the only reason why they haven't expanded overseas is because they feel like they have lacked the skills to do so. And so I hope that after this webinar, you have a little more confidence to explore more of the global market. The second step is that you need to plan your operations. So if you're like 61% of exporters, you'll like some specific knowledge and support on how to do that. Finally, you need a solid marketing strategy to help you scale your brand and expand across borders. In this section, we will explore all 3 of these steps and go over some tools that can help you succeed at each. So let's talk about exploring markets. First, let's get on Market Finder. And so there's actually two versions of Market Finder, and you start with the same version. It's the free version. Well, both of the versions are actually free, but the first version is for the public to use. Not to say that the second version isn't for the public to use, but the second version, you can add your email and create your own account. And so that you can continue to get that data, continue to prep your marketing strategy. But if you just want to play around and no commitment, just looking at the different markets that your business can potentially be a part of, you don't have to add your contact information. I'm sorry, you don't have to add your email. You can just click on Get Started and put your website onto Market Finder, and it'll let you explore the different markets that are available to you. To get on Google Market Finder, it's g.co/Market Finder. Once you've entered and clicked Get Started, it'll ask you for your website. You put your websites in, check the box and agree to the terms and conditions, and then click Continue. Google will come in with its Google robots and just start analyzing your website. As it analyzes your website, it'll give you recommended categories. And so you're going to have to review these categories to see if they reflect what your business is selling and marketing. If Google made a mistake, you can easily delete them. If you want to add some categories, you can do so too. And so on the screen, you see here, the example is for Strider Sports, suggestions including cycling, kids, bikes and trikes, ride-on toys, gifts. These are great categories of business. Once you've selected your categories and deleted and added whichever categories you want to, just click on Confirm Categories. Next, Market Finder will ask where you're interested in expanding your business, within the US or globally. Where we want to focus on globally today, and so click Globally. Here, you'll see a list of suggested markets that would be relevant as export options to your business. In the screenshot, you see that there's Germany, there's United Kingdom, and France. If you hover your arrow over each market, it'll actually give you a little bit more information about the data and the reasons behind they gave you that recommendation. It will also include how many monthly searches occur for the products and services in the categories that you've chosen. Show how much advertisers are paying in per cost per click. Show how friendly the market is to expanding business and how likely customers in this market are to have disposable income to spend on products and services. And so a lot of good details. At this point, this is where you connect your Google account to further go into Google Market Finder. And so if you want to create a profile, this is the part where you do it, where you'll have the full version of the Market Finder and get the full capabilities of Market Finder. After you've completed and reviewed everything, click Get Started and then sign into your Google account. Once you've signed in, you'll be able to take a closer look at the expanded list of your suggested markets. You can create a short list of up to 3 desired markets. This will make it easier for you to compare your top choices. From now on, the content you see in the operations and marketing sections of Market Finder will be tailored to suit the markets you've added on your shortlist. Now you can dive deeper into the potential markets you've selected. If you click Country Profile, it gives you access to information such as the population of the country, the languages spoken there, age demographics, and currency. And it'll actually let you compare directly with the US. So you can see how these new customers are both alike and different. If you click on economic profile, you can get information on the GDP, the gross domestic product, the GDP per capita, purchasing power per capita, annual growth, household net disposable income, and more. And again, it's so helpful to have the US as comparison because, we're from the US and we need a foundation to see how is it different, why we should do things differently, and what makes the global market or this specific market a good fit for you to expand your business to. The next thing you can look at is the online behavior of these markets. So what percentage of the population use internet? How many total internet searches are there per month for your categories? Are there more Android users or iOS users? You'll also see recommended bids for Google Ads. That number is an indication of the average cost per click for related keywords in your chosen categories. A low cost per click means there is a low number of bidders and less competition. And so if there's less competition, that's great for you. If there's more competition, then it sounds like you should have a strong marketing strategy. Now, since you'll likely be doing business with consumers in this market online, since you'll be likely doing business with consumers online versus the brick and mortar storefront, you'll want to know how they use the internet to purchase products and services. That information is under purchase behavior highlighted on the screen. It tells you what devices people use to search products before they buy, like whether they use a desktop, a smartphone, a tablet. If they use the internet to compare prices, to read online reviews, or just to get a background information before making an online purchase. What percentage of the population makes online purchases weekly? And so this is all great information about those markets. Finally, you can get a lot of insights into the logistics of selling in these markets. This will give you an idea of the cost you might incur and the time it might take to deal with regulatory issues, compliance, customs, transit, all those things associated with doing business across borders. Once again, you'll see how the US figures compare to the potential markets. So let's talk about operations planning. Now that you've identified a few potential targets for exporting, we can talk about what does planning look like. And so if you're not there yet, you can go back to the beginning of this webinar to make sure you've done all the steps. And once you get into operations planning, you can then move forward. But I will move forward for now. It's great that this will be online for you to review. So there's a lot to consider when expanding to new global markets and that can stem from taxes to currency to customer care. It's super exciting. And to make sure that you're a success, you have to make sure you plan accordingly. So things to consider for expanding operations. First is localization, global payments, customer care, logistics, talent recruitment, tax and legal issues. Market Finder can guide you through many of these operational areas you'll need to consider, tailoring the content to match your shortlist markets. And so depending on the market, there'll be a different answer for everything. And so it's a great tool. I mean, it's a great option that the Market Finder allows you to pick your top 3, and then you can narrow it down to maybe to start with one. See which one of the 3 is best for you to start in. Click on operational areas highlighted on the slide to access these insights. And the next few slides will take a closer look at some of the topics. So let's talk about localization. This is one of the things you want to keep in mind as you export to make sure your product fits the language, the culture, and customs of your target countries. The second thing you need to know is which payment channels are most commonly used in your new market, so you can successfully manage global payments. Different countries prefer different payment platforms. And so in the US, some people like to use US credit cards, US banks, PayPal, Venmo, etc. Those are very US-centric forms of payments. I'm sure in the global market, in other markets, in specific countries, they have their own set of banks, set of credit cards, set of payment platforms that they prefer. And so to make it easier for them, you need to make sure that you make it accessible and easiest for them to pay for the product. Customer care is another major consideration. You might even consider working with local customer care agents who really understand your customer needs in your new market. And so when it comes to customer care, you can either hire agents or hire your own people abroad so that they can manage the best customer service for your clients. You also might need a scalable CRM system to successfully manage customer care. Logistics also get more complicated once you start exporting. So plan how to get your goods to customers' hands effectively and how to handle returns. Again, you might want to consider working with local logistic companies who can help you navigate the regulations, transportations, and requirements. You'll also need to consider recruiting talent in your new market. As I mentioned before, having local experts on your payroll will help your product sell better and improve your profitability. Local talent can help you scale because they understand how business operates in that specific country. Finally, take care to get informed about taxes, fees, customs, and regulations for exporting. These vary by country, and mistakes can lead to higher fines and even legal action. There are a lot of articles, case studies, and guides on Market Finder to help you dive deeper into all these operational planning topics. So Google Market Finder is your one-stop shop. As you are checking out these 4 different operations, put it back on here. As you're checking out these 6 different things, definitely look into the Market Finder to find more information if you have any questions about it. So now that you've found your market and you made a plan, how do you market your business? And so market here means how do you promote it, not which country it is. They use market a lot in this webinar. And so just want to clarify. So with global marketing, you need a solid plan with a strategy and understanding of how to measure performance. When you're expanding globally, trusted partners can be key to getting the most out of your marketing and advertising plans. The slide shows the considerations for global marketing. A global marketing strategy, performance and measurement, advertising, and finding a trusted partner. With Market Finder, click Market Your Business, highlighted on the slide, to access tools, guides, and resources to help you market your business globally. Let's go over a few of the offerings. A global marketing strategy, or GMS, is a strategy that encompasses countries from several different regions in the world and aims to coordinate a company's marketing efforts in these countries. And so that's just a fancy sentence to say we have to understand them to be able to sell to them. And what better way to learn about these countries is to read about case studies, people who've done this before. We do not need to reinvent the wheel. We can just see what's done, do the exact copy, or make improvements on that. And then once you've created your marketing strategy, you have to understand that the most creative marketing strategy is useless if you can't measure how well it's working. So explore tutorials on how to use Google Tools and other resources to analyze your performance and results. There are 3 types of advertising that can play a big role in your global expansion: search, display, and video. Market Finder has detailed guides on creating successful campaigns in all of these 3 mediums. Finally, as with operations, marketing your business across the globe may go more smoothly with your partners who have experience and expertise in global markets. You can find agencies who have completed all international growth program trainings and meet present customer objectives on Market Finder. One-stop shop, all of these great tools in one stop. But let's recap and talk about resources. Ooh, I skipped ahead. So today we've gone over a few basic steps to get started. There's so much more information that I can't cover completely today. But again, once you get onto Market Finder, you can find all the information you need to be successful. So now that you've known the bare basics, what's next? Expand your business and looking towards exporting in other countries, or consider expanding your business in new areas of the US is a big step. Today, business is becoming increasingly global, even for small businesses. If you aren't doing business in other markets, you might be losing out. And chances are your competitors are on the way to achieving that goal, if they aren't already. Taking just a step after today, even if starting to think about your product might, even just thinking about how your product might sell overseas and where you might market them will get you a little closer to that. And so visit Market Finder, do your research, make a plan, and succeed. So to wrap up next steps, step one, if there's a possibility that your business could expand to other markets, check out Market Finder. Step two, keep learning. I'm about to point out a few digital tools and tutorials that can benefit you. Visit grow.google to find many more things that can help your business grow and thrive online. There's no shortage of resources as you put your personal expansion plan in place. Now that you know how Market Finder can help, I'm going to point out towards you a few more things. Check out other National ACE resources at National ACE Small Business Recovery Resource Center at acesmallbusiness.org. Here you can find a recording of this webinar and the previous webinar that was done around mid this year to now. Don't forget to check out our first holiday small business gift guide. As you do your holiday shopping, it's under Small Business Saturday. If you want to sharpen your business and marketing skills, check out Premiere. This is a free app you can download on your phone. If you have an Android device, or you can download it on Google Play. If you have an Apple device, you can download it on the App Store. This series has short, fun lessons that are all less than 5 minutes each. You can grow your digital skills no matter where you're located through online workshops. You can learn skills that can help you stay connected and productive while working or managing a business remotely. If you want to take these workshops on Google, you can check out g.co/growonair for any current retro digital skills workshop and their descriptions. Another great resource is the quick help tools. Get answers and learn how to make the most out of Google tools in just a few minutes. You'll learn things like how to get your business listed on Google Search and Maps, how to create a YouTube channel for your business, and how to get started on Google Meet conference. You can check out the playlist on g.co/grow/quick help. And Grow with Google, if you haven't already known, it's something that can help people of all backgrounds. If you are a job seeker, you can grow your skills to find new jobs and advance your career. If you're a teacher, you can find the latest technology to work inside and outside of the classroom. Small business owners can build their online presence and find new customers. Startups can learn how to get their ideas and expose their need to succeed. Developers can sharpen their current skills and master new ones. To learn more, visit google.com/grow. As always, thank you for joining me today. We are API Strong. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving and have a wonderful holiday moving forward. Whatever background you have, whatever you're celebrating, I hope you're spending time with people that you love and with family. or chosen family.